Cam Newton is one of the most polarizing players in the NFL. After watching his very poor year he had during the 2020 season, it's pretty surprising to know that he was the league MVP just 6 years ago. The same year that he did take the Panthers team with a very limited receiving core to a 15-1 record and then eventually to the Super Bowl. Welcome back to the Tailgate, and today I am here to give my thoughts on the recent signing of Cam Newton returning back to the New England Patriots. Although his past season was not his best, I will give some ways that Cam can prove everyone, including myself, wrong. Make sure to subscribe before I go on, and let's get right into it. The 2020 season for Cam was definitely a roller coaster of events. He started off the year looking fantastic, having 5 total touchdowns in the first 2 weeks, and then coming inches away from starting off the season 3-0. Then, Cam got COVID, and in his next 2 games, had 0 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, and then 1 trip to the bench. The remainder of the season wasn't all dreary though, as he has some efficient and solid wins against the Cardinals and Ravens, but it was statistically his worst season to date. Although in my personal opinion I feel that prime Cam Newton is in the past, I do feel that surrounded by the right pieces, he can still be a starter in the NFL. To put it bluntly, Cam was set up to fail last year, not including the fact that he had very little time to prepare due to a lack of OTAs and overall practice from the pandemic. Cam had a lackluster wide receiver core at best. That point was shoved under the rug by analysts, as Cam had proven before that he can still be a force even without high-level receivers. That was too much of an asking price for 31-year-old Cam last year, though accompanied with the fact that he was coming off of multiple surgeries. Here's what I think the Patriots need to do in order to return back to the playoffs and set Cam up for success. First, try to recreate the offense he had in Carolina. Of course, Carolina, there was a strong focus on the deep ball, which Cam more or less proved this year was a liability at times. But for the most part, Carolina was a very up-the-middle type team. Carolina ran a very run-heavy offense, ranking first in the NFL in attempts in 2015 when Cam was at quarterback, and having the main focus of their offense be short to intermediate routes over the middle of the field, which is where Greg Olsen specialized, which does bring up my next point. Get Cam, Greg Olsen 2.0. To me, there are multiple options. There's Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith is more of a budget option, but to me, the main option that I'm looking at is Kyle Pitts. In my opinion, he's the best overall receiver in the entire draft. Go get him. He's probably going to land somewhere in the top 10. If you're a Patriots fan at the 15th pick, you need to be shopping that pick in order to move up in the draft. There are 10 teams in the top 10 who may be interested in moving down if the price is right. Go get Cam some weapons. Which brings my third point. With that being said though, the Patriots are going to need to find an answer for an outside the numbers receiver, and I don't think that Jacoby Myers is their guy. So go sign a budget receiver like Corey Davis or even Juju to occupy that role. I know Juju played in the slot last year and he would probably be a little bit more expensive, but he is more than capable of lining up outside and putting out high-level production. I am still confident that even coming off of the injury, Julian Edelman can produce an 800-yard season playing from the slot. That's all you need from him. If you get Kyle Pitts, either Corey Davis or Juju, and you have a run-heavy offense with a committee of Damian Harris, James White, and Sony Michel, and potentially Rex Burkhead if they sign him back. And then fourth and finally, make sure that the defense is top 5. So this doesn't directly affect Cam, but it is a crucial point that the Patriots defense is top tier like it was in 2019. They had 7 players on the defense opt out this year, including 2 captains on defense in Dante Hightower and Patrick Chung. Assuming that with a full year off, they will be primed to make an immediate impact for this team. If there's one thing Cam struggled with last year, it was consistency. You can chalk it up to COVID, but it was definitely still a prominent issue. Having a strong defense would take less pressure off of Cam and keep the Patriots in close games. My overall focus for this Patriots offseason was to make it as realistic as possible. I didn't have them going out and signing Hunter Henry and Kenny Golladay and completely redo the entire team. Rather just tweak some things and sign budget players' personality. If there is one thing you can't knock Cam for, it is his hard work and dedication, figuring that his contract is based 60% off of incentives to just make the playoffs and become a Pro Bowler. He is really going to need to earn that money. After the 2020 year, to me, Cam was a bottom 5 quarterback, but I do feel that with the right pieces, he can still be a solid quarterback in the NFL if given the right situation. That's all I have for today, though. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good week, and goodbye.